Okay, we have completed our wool fiber. We now learn about silk fiber, the soft, smooth and lustrous silk fiber. Let us study about silk fiber. Rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is called sericulture or silk farming. China leads the world in silk production. India is second leading silk producing country. Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir are largest silk producing states in India. Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir are the largest silk producing state in India. In silk we have to study two important things. First one is rearing of silkworm and then processing of silk fiber. In rearing of silkworm, we will understand how silk moth get converted into cocoon. In processing of silk, we will understand how from this cocoon ultimately we get the silk fiber. Next one is rearing of silkworm. In rearing of silkworm, we will study how this silk moth get converted into cocoon. So this is a silk moth. It will give eggs. It gives hundreds of eggs at a time. These eggs will hatch and caterpillar will come out. These caterpillar are also known as silkworms. Then these silkworms eat mulberry leaves for 25 to 30 days, day and night. After 25 to 30 days, these silkworms cover themselves with a covering. It is known as cocoon. You people are seeing here. And they will rest in shell kind of things. They rest here nearly 2 to 3 weeks. After 2 to 3 weeks, they will burst open these cocoons and moth appears from these cocoons. Alright, you understood life cycle of silk moth. The adult moth gives eggs. These eggs will hatch into larva or caterpillar or worms. These larvas, after 20 to 30 days, they form pupa inside the cocoon. These cocoon burst after 2 to 3 weeks and adult moth appears. Life cycle of silk moth. Silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. Eggs are stored and sold to farmers. Farmers who are doing silk farming or doing sericulture. These farmers keep eggs in suitable temperature and humidity. When the new leaves will appear in mulberry trees, these silkworms, they feed on mulberry leaves. When new leaves will appear in mulberry tree, eggs are heated. Eggs hatch into silkworms. These caterpillar or silkworms will feed day and night on mulberry leaves. After 25 to 30 days, caterpillars stop eating. They spin net or cocoon around them to enter pupal stage. Caterpillar or silkworm spin net and form cocoon around them. Fiber is made up of protein, becomes hard when it comes in contact of air. Fiber made up of protein harden on exposed to air and becomes silk fiber. Silk moth develops inside the cocoon. Variety of silk mouth yields fiber of different texture, coarse, smooth, shiny. Variety of fiber gives variety of silk, mulberry silk, tessar silk, moga silk, kosa silk, iri silk. What we are trying to say is that different variety of silk mouth we will get different kind of fiber, and these different kind of fiber gives different variety of silk. Now we will study about processing of silk, how these cocoons are ultimately converted into silk fabric with which silk saris are made. Okay, there are 5 steps involved in this process. The first step is cocoon collected. Then these cocoons are boiled. Yes, they boiled alive or they kept under sun. The third step is reeling of silk. Silk fiber can be extracted from this one. This process is called as reeling of silk. We are obtaining silk fiber from cocoon. After that, the silk fiber are converted into yarns by the process of spinning. It is done manually or in factories. The last step is weaving. In this process, yarn is converted into fabric. The process of arranging 2 sets of yarns together perpendicular to each other to make fabric is called weaving. Weaving of fabric is done on looms. The looms are either hand operated or power operated. This is what we learned in processing of silk. Cocoons are collected. These cocoons are then kept under sun or boiled. Silk fibers separate out from cocoons. Reeling of silk. Spinning of fiber. Weaving of silk. Do you know, from a single cocoon, a single continuous raw silk thread of length varying from 1000 to 3000 feet can be obtained. Okay, we have learned 3 important processes in this. Fibers are extracted from cocoons. This process is known as reeling. Yarns are extracted from the fibers. This process is known as spinning. Fabric is extracted from yarns, and this process is known as weaving. Okay, here we have 5 steps once again for your revision. First, cocoons are collected and they boiled or kept under sun. Then reeling is done. What is reeling? Extracting silk fiber from cocoon. Then spinning. What is spinning? Converting fiber into yarns. Then last step is weaving. This converting yarns into fabric. Story of discovery of silk. According to an old Chinese legend, the Empress Si Lung-chi was asked by the Emperor Hong Ti to find the cause of damaged leaves of mulberry trees growing in their garden. The Empress found white worms eating up mulberry leaves. Accidentally, a cocoon dropped into her cup of tea and thread separated from the cocoon. This is how silk industry began in China and was kept a closely guarded secret for hundreds of years. Later on, traders and travelers introduced silk to other countries. The route they travelled is still called the Silk Route. This much we have related to silk.